Today we are on our new ongoing project. It is a two-story house. Each story has 80 square meters. It's a fairly tiny house, and it's a house for a couple with no children. They had specific wishes of having an entertaining area in the ground floor and their own private area below. So we created this house with two specific identities and two specific ideas on entertaining and private area. I'm going to speak about the plot and explain what the idea and the concept is. This is a very tiny plot. It's a plot that's oriented north-south, and everyone would expect that the house would sit on the plot with north-south orientation. I turned the house 45 degrees. Why? Because I wanted to move the house first towards the ocean, of course, because we have sea views here. And secondly, most importantly, is that the house has a rotation according to the best sun radiation that it needs for passive solar gains. So we have a slight orientation, and that orientation then led to the specific corners and angles of this house. We have the walls that protect the house from the west sun, and we have the terraces that go basically in a cutting edge diagonal on the plot. So the material used on this house, this specific house, is tabicesa. It's a thermal block. We use the thermal block as the structural construction form of this house, and outside on top we use in the insulation. There are many forms of insulation that can be used. In Portugal here we would like to use cork. We like very much to use cork because it's a national product. You might be wondering, if you look at the facade, why these boxes are standing out like aliens basically. Also looking here, if you see, this is the electricity, the fixation for the wall lamps. It is because of the insulation. It has 8 centimeters of insulation, and that insulation is going on top of here, and then we're going to render it, and everything will be hidden behind the insulation. So for this facade I wanted to have a specific image. The image is having a clear facade with no other materials and just having rendering on this north facade, and having the stairs planned up to the rooftop, having the stairs planned on this facade. It is very important that the stairs don't have any hand railing, that the stairs are part of the facade, showing their clean lines, their clean edges. And you can see here in this design we left out the handrail. We're going to protect the house, of course, the access with a little door here, and this is going to be just part of the facade. Very clean edge, clear lines, and the same material. So from this angle here you actually see quite well the rotation of the house with the 45 degrees, and also you can see quite well the diagonal viewing angles that we produced here. You can see that the lower floor is actually turning towards the west, showing the view towards the west, and the upper floor is turning away from the west, protecting the terrace from the west sun. So in this house we have the concept of using both lights, both timelines also, and you can see that the first floor above you have a water feature, and here below you have the pool. This is going to be the kitchen area and the bedroom where the pool is, and upstairs we have the entertaining area where the water feature is. The plot is going to be modeled according to these different levels. So at the moment it might look that we have high walls, but all this is going to be elevated. We will have a wall here. It's going to be elevated, and this is going to be one flat surface around the house.